This video is a two-parter, so make sure you catch both parts. Hey guys, in this video we're going to take you through from start to finish on building a custom fishing rod so you can see what goes into it. Here I have all the components laid out. Got the butt cap in the butt. Only the best, Bushido 7-foot blank, the rear grip, the reel seat, the arrow, of course all these components are American Tackle, the tip top, the hook key, the winding checks, and the black on black microwave air, the award winning microwave guides year after year after year. So this is just to kind of let y'all know what we put into it and what a rod looks like before we even get started on it. And just follow me along and I'll show you what it takes to put this thing together. Okay, so I've taken the decal off, the one that said the name of the blank and its specs and stuff. I've marked off where the butt end's gonna go, where the rear grip and the reel seat are all gonna be laid out on the blank. And I've also marked the backbone. Now the backbone is the natural bend of the rod. A lot of the store-bought rods, when they go through the manufacturer, they're just kind of like rushing them through, and they don't really set up the rod on the natural bend of the rod, which can, if you put a real load on like a store-bought rod, you might have a chance of it breaking if it's against its backbone, which I'm not going to go into all that, but that's what's really nice about getting a custom built rod, is because a custom rod builder is going to make sure all that stuff is done and done properly. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to see how these holes are in here. I'm going to make this fit on the blank. So I'm going to have to wring the inside of this out just a little bit. And I'm going to glue it. And I'm going to let it dry. And then I'll be back to show you the next step. Okay, I've got my grips and my reel seat glued on. I've checked the measurements to make sure it was right from where he needed his reel seat to be on the blank or on the rod. See, I made a little bit of a mess. Anyway, we're going to go back to this backbone where I marked it. The reason I put the mark on there is to make sure when I put the reel seat, this is the bottom of the reel seat where the reel hangs from, this is the spinning rod, and it's got to be lined up with that mark. So that actually, when you're fishing with it, which of course that tape's going to be gone, but the backbone or the bend of it is going to be underneath when the load is on it, when you catch fish or what have you. It's going to be bending properly and not against itself. So now we're going to let this dry really good. And then my next step is going to be laying out the guides. And then I'm going to be tying them on. Okay, I've put the tip top on. I've marked everywhere that a guide is going to go. down to the whole rod, so I can put these on the fishing rod. I've also wrapped the grip with tape, some low-tech tape, just to kind of protect it and keep it nice and clean while I'm working on it. So that step's done. Now it's time to sit down and start tying on some guides. Okay, I'm not going to bore you guys with sitting here watching me tie on every single guide. So, we'll be back when I get all the rest of them tied on. Just hang on. Best is yet to come. Now I have all the guides tied on. And these black on black microwave air guides are gorgeous. That matte finish goes perfect with the matte finish on the rod blank. Next step, gonna throw some epoxy on it and start doing a little bit of the marbling. Stay tuned for part 2. You're not gonna want to miss it. And make sure you subscribe so you won't miss anything.